Okay, so here are some progressions and regressions for the sit through. First thing, we get into our 4-point position, tuck the toes, lift the knees. We're going to be dropping one hip to the ground and then the other hip to the ground. Okay, we'll just do a couple more of these so you can get the idea of it. Hands stay planted on the floor. You're just rotating around those feet. All right. Second progression. We're going to be dropping the hip to the ground, but lifting a hand. All right. Lifting a hand as you rotate to a side. Once you feel comfortable and confident with this, then we can move to our next progression. Remember, your knees are staying close to the ground. We don't want to be lifting those hips up really high off the ground. We're getting those feet really far away from us. Keep those hips underneath the knees, hands underneath the shoulders as you're doing this. Just lifting the knees off the ground a little bit. Okay, so just that little reminder there. Now, if you're working on the next stage of this, knees off the ground, you're going to be bringing your hip to the ground and then bringing your leg forward. Okay, coming back in, and then leg comes through, knee stays bent as you're doing this movement through the shoulders. Okay, so hand comes off the ground, foot starts to come through the hole that you've created with your arm and leg. All right, again, everything staying close to the ground as you do this. You're not trying to get big movements. Last progression is the full sit through. You're on those hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You're lifting up. You swing all the way through, kick that leg out. You can tap the hip on the floor if you need to, and come back through to the other side. Swinging that leg through, right, back, as you pop that hip to the ground. All right, last one. Leg comes all the way through. Okay. For our final progression, you go faster and you don't touch that hip to the ground. We're doing a movement which is fluid, kicking the leg out to the side. The hip just taps the floor as you're going and sitting through this movement. Okay, so those are the progressions of how you can work your way into more of that shoulder rotation, mobility story, but also core work, hip rotation, and challenging your body in a very different way that doesn't require a lot of weight, but it will challenge head to toe. Well, maybe not head, hands to feet. Let's go with that. Let me know if you have any questions with that one, and watch this video as many times as you need to.